Welcome back to DBMS Lab video lecture series. I am Sarita, Assistant Professor in CSE Department, Park Devi College of Engineering. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about joins and exist and not exist operators. The first operation is join operation. Here join is the most useful operations in databases. So it is used to combine the information of two or more tables. And to join two tables must have at least one common column. Common column means two tables must have a column with the same name. And we have two types of joins, inner join and outer join. The first type of join is called as inner join. In inner join, we will apply a condition on the common column and we will retrieve only the tuples which are satisfying the given condition. So we will discuss with an example. So here we have three tables: sailors, reserves and boats. So in sailors table we have it maintains the information about the sailors table, and the reserves maintains the information about the reservation of boats, and the boats table contains information about the boats. And in the sailors and reserves, the two tables have the common column SID, and in reserves and boats the common column is the BID. So for joining two tables must have at least one common column. So we can combine sailors with reserves and we can combine reserves with boats. So these are some example queries on inner join. First query is find the names of the sailors who have reserved boats. So here the reserves table contains the information about the reservation of the boats. But here from this table we can get only the IDs of the sailors who have reserved boats. That means here the sailor with ID 1 has reserved 101 and 102, and the sailor with ID 2 has reserved 102 boat, and the sailor with ID 3 has reserved 101 and 102 boats, and sailor with ID 4 has reserved 103. So from this table we can get only the IDs of the sailors who have reserved boats. But here in query it is asking to display the names of the sailors. So here from this table we can get only the IDs. So here sailors with IDs 1, 2, 3 and 4 have reserved boats. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. Sailors with IDs 1, 2, 3, 4 have reserved boats. So we have to display only these names. So Dustin, Rusty, Horatio and Zorba. So here this is the answer for this is a query. So select s.s name. So here s is a variable which is representing sailors relation and r is the variable representing reserves. So here we are retrieving information from these two tables. And here this is a join condition. SID is the common column in both the tables. So s.SID equal to r.SID. That means we are equating SID in sailors with the SID in reserves. So by equating this SID column, we can get the sailors details who have reserved boat. But we need to display only the name of the sailor. So we are only specifying that attribute s.sname. And the second query is find the names of the sailors who have reserved boat 101. So in the previous query we can get the names of the sailors who have reserved any boat. But here in the second query we need to get only the names of the sailors who have reserved boat 101. So from this table we can get the IDs of the sailors who have reserved boat 101. So here 1 has reserved boat 101 and 3 has reserved boat 101. So sailors with IDs 1 and 3 have reserved boat 101. So sailors with 1 and 3 are Dustin and Horatio. So we'll get these two names in the output, Dustin and Horatio. So here the query is, so here we have to join one more condition to the previous query, r.bid equal to 101, because we need to display only the names of the sailors who have reserved boat 101. So that is the one more condition. And next third query is find the names of the sailors who have reserved red boat. So here red boats means the color of the boat is present in the boats table. So here the information that we required is present in these three tables. And next one more condition is we need to get only the sailors who have reserved red boat. So here we have two boards with the red color. 102 and 104 are red boards. So here 102 and 104. So no sailor has reserved 104 board, but only the 102, the sailor with ID 1, 2 and 3 have reserved board 102 because they are in red color. So they have reserved 1, 2 and 3 have reserved board 102. So the names of the sailors 1, 2, 3 are Dusty, Rusty and Horatio. So we will get these three names in the output. So here in the here we are retrieving the information from three tables. Sailors S, reserves are boards B, and SID is a common column in sailors and reserves. So this is a join condition for the sailors and reserves, and we can join the reserves and boards table by equating the common column. BID is the common column in reserves and boards. And here the next third condition is, here we need to get only the names of the sailors who have reserved red board. So B dot color equal to red. That is the one more condition. Okay. So this is about the inner joins. And the next type of join is called as outer join. So outer join, here in inner join we are applying a condition and we are retrieving only the tuple satisfying the given condition. So but here we are losing so much information. To avoid that, we use the outer joins. So in outer join is also of three types: left outer join, right outer join and full outer join. So first one is left outer join. Left outer join means here from the left relation means here the left relation is S, here the S is representing sailors relation. So here the sailors relation is called as left relation. On right side we have reserves relation. So from the left relation we will get all the tuples, even though they are matching or not matching, we will get all the tuples. But from the right relation we will get only the tuples satisfying the given condition. So in left outer join we will get all the records from the sailors relation, but from the reserves relation we will get only the records satisfying the given condition. So we have to use this plus operator on left side of the equal to operator. So it will represent the left outer join. So right outer join means here we will get all the tuples from the right relation. That means from reserves relation we will get all the tuples, matching or unmatching rows. But from the left relation, that is from sailors relation, we will get only the record satisfying the given condition. So in case of the fuller join, we will get all the tuples from left and right relations. So this is one example representing outer joins. So here we have two tables, animals and habitats. So here HID is a common column in these two tables. Okay. So here we are applying the join condition. Here we are equating the common column A dot HID equal to H dot HID. So in inner join, we will get only the records satisfying the condition. So here the HID value in the first record is compared with the HID column value in the second table. So here 101 is compared with 101. Here it is satisfying the condition. So we will get this record in the result. So here in the result set, we will get in the result set of the join, we will get all the columns of the first relation followed by all the columns of the second relation. Okay. So here the 101 is 101 is matching with the 101. So we will get this first record. And next here 101 is compared with the second record. Here it is not matching, so we will not get that record. And 101 is compared with 103. So not matching, we will not get that record. So next 102 is compared with 101. So here it is not satisfying the condition. So we will not get that record in the result. And next 102 is compared with the 102 second record. Here there is a match. So we will get this second record. Second record of the first relation followed by second record of the second relation. So we will get only these two tuples in the join condition. Here third is not matching with any of the records, and the third record in the second table also not matching with any record. So we will get only these two records in the inner join. But in the left outer join, we will get all the tuples from the left relation. Okay. So here the third record is not matching with the any record in the second table, but we will get this record in the output, and for the right relation we will get the null values. So that is the left outer chain. So right outer chain means right table. We will get all the records from the right relation. Here this third record is not matching with any record, so we will get that record from the right relation, but for the left relation we will get the null values. So that is about the right outer chain. Okay. So next operator is called as join exist operator. So this exist operator will return true. Here this exist operator, here this is the subquery. Subquery which is enclosed in the parenthesis is called as subquery. So here this exist operator tests whether this subquery returns any record or not. Suppose if this subquery returns one or more records, then this exist operator will return true. Otherwise it will return false. So here this is one example. Here this is one example. Find the names of the sailors who have reached board 1 or 3. So here we are using this subquery to return the sailors who have reached board 1 or 3. So here this exist will check whether this subquery returns any record or not. So from that record, here this it will return, the subquery returns the sailors who have reached board 1 or 3. So from that record, here this outer query retrieves only the sailor name. Okay, so this is about the exist operator. And next not exist. So not exist works in reverse of the exist operator. That means here it returns true if the subquery returns 0 records. Otherwise, suppose if the subquery returns one or more records, it will return false. So here the example is find the names of the sailors who have not reached board 1 or 3. So here this not subquery will return 0 records for the sailors who have not reached board 1 or 3. Okay, so in that case only it will return 0 records. So from that record we need to display only the names of the sailor. So that is about the not exist operator. So in the next class we are going to discuss about the aggregate operations. Okay, thank you.